years with Hank on a project called Goliath.
How big did you get?
My record, 21 feet. You?
65 feet.
65.
If you two are finished comparing sizes...
65.
I gotta say, little Marvel talk tonight. I thought we did just some Marvel music.
Nice.
Yeah, it took me a while.
Even their music is awesome.
I could. It does sound cool. I mean, it really kind of pumps you up.
It does. I was just listening to. I was watching the first two Ant-Man and the Wasp trailers, just to kind of get my mind right. And the first trailer they put out, they used the song "Ant Invasion" by Adam Ant.
Ant Invasion. I don't think I've ever heard of this song.
Yeah, if you listen to it, you go, this song is from the '80s. Like it's like the quintessential '80s stuff. But it's like but the way that they use it in the trailer is so good. It makes it sound. It makes it. When I first saw the first Ant-Man and the Wasp trailer, I honestly thought that they were going for like a Mission Impossible vibe.
Oh yeah.
Just because of the music that they listen. Whoa!
A keyboard meltdown over here. Sorry.
Yeah. It's the loud typer syndrome. That's what happens.
Yeah, it was loud typers. We had to stick together.
Right? Have you ever worked with one of these guys? The loud typer. You know what I'm talking about?
It's totally a sample episode.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it is.
I swear.
Well, good. I'm glad.
I saw Infinity War four times. Four
times.
times. Damn it.
Still good. So speaking of Infinity War, Infinity War, a darker, more serious movie. A lot of repercussions. A lot of spoiler alert, deaths in that movie. And now we're going into Ant-Man and the Wasp, which is sort of a palate cleanser, so to speak.
Segue, but you're saying rope right in there. Nice work. You're like a reporter.
Right. It's got it's going to have a lighter tone. It's going to be funnier. Like I said, it's the palate cleanser after Infinity War, which
it's supposed to be the palate.
Which is what they did with the first Ant-Man, too, because the first Ant-Man came out right after Age of Ultron.
Yep.
Which, I'm hoping that, Ant-Man's going to have a bigger role in not in Avengers Infinity War, which we already know he's going to have a bigger role, but like in Avengers 5, that, he'll actually be in the Avengers movie and not just have a standalone movie, the movie after Avengers, like they've done with the last two Avengers films.
The Revengers?
The Revengers.
I want to see that movie.
Have you not seen that movie yet?
The Revengers?
Oh, never mind. I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am. Please. Can you keep up? I know I'm kind of fast-paced.
I'm trying to keep up. I'm quick on my head foot sometimes. I'm looking at my notes. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at my levels. Yeah, dude. I got notes.
We're going. We don't need notes.
See all these?
All right. So, Ant-Man coming out a couple days, right?
Yeah, it comes out on Friday, and the biggest question that people were asking going into either this film, Ant-Man and the Wasp, or Infinity War was, where has Ant-Man been for the last 2 years since Captain America: Civil War? And from the trailers, we're gathering that he's under house arrest, and the timeline of this movie has been a bit foggy from what I've been reading. I don't know if you've read anything different than I have. But
what I've read is that the timeline's supposed to happen before Infinity War and then during Infinity.
Like concurrent to it?
Right.
So my assumption is that the end of Infinity War and the end of Ant-Man and the Wasp happen at the exact same time.
People I've talked to have said something similar to that. Cannot really confirm or deny. So
yeah, we will be once we see the movie, but at this moment. It's all speculation at this point. And I was watching another preview for it last night, but it was one with Louise, Michael Peña's character, who's going to be back in the in this movie.
Very funny.
And he was explaining how he met Scotty and where Scott Lang is to Walter Goggins' character. And I'm just so excited to see that guy back in this film because he was literally one of the best parts of the first Ant-Man film, in my humble opinion. That whole crew. I mean, I didn't think T.I. was going to be a very good actor, but I mean, I think all those guys nailed it.
Good enough. Got the job done. It was funny. I liked his character too. Pretty good. I enjoyed it. You know, he truly was like the slapstick comedy relief. So
yeah.
And plus, all the times he was talking about how he explained things about whether he was talking to Falcon or how he got in touch with Hank Pym or Hank. The whole story they come.
Oh yeah, it's great.
That was pretty cool. And the way he told it was pretty sweet.
And I'm glad that they're from what I saw last night. I'm assuming that the preview that I saw is actually going to be in the movie. So I'm glad that we're going to get more exposition from Louise like that because I think that was one of the best parts of the first Ant-Man film.
Yeah, pretty cool.
One of the things that is happening in this film is that we're going to be introduced to a lot of new characters. The main one being Janet Van Dyne, played by Michelle Pfeiffer in this film. And I like how a lot of the big 80s and early 90s stars are showing up in these big budget films as like the older generation now. Like, how Michael Douglas is now Hank Pym and Marissa Tomei is Aunt May. But we've also got Lawrence Fishburne, dude. Morpheus is joining the MCU. But has Morpheus already been in the MCU? Because he was the Silver Surfer in the Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, which was a Marvel movie, not part of the MCU, but part of the whole Fox
he was just a
implosion.
So, wasn't he?
Well, he did mocap and stuff.
So he was the character. He was the
you know what? Maybe he didn't do mocap. Maybe he just was the voice.
I don't know.
Now that you're saying that. But anyway, he's playing a character named Goliath, who's straight out of the comics. We're getting introduced to Ghost, who is supposedly the villain of the film. Yeah. Are you familiar with any of these characters?
Not in the comics. No.
Would you like a brief synopsis?
Spoiler alert, not a comic book guy.
So, Ghost in the comics was a dude. So they're changing the sex for the movie. Who created his own suit to be able to make himself invisible, and the suit also grants him the ability to manipulate electric devices around him. He can't do it at the same time, but it's to the suit's function. So who knows what they're going to be able to. Obviously, they're adapting the invisibility thing from the trailers that we've seen. Goliath, he's like Giant Man, or like how Ant-Man becomes Giant Man. But he doesn't have a suit that goes with it. What he did was he ingested a bunch of chemicals that had Pym particles in it, which gave him the ability to kind of grow and shrink at will. Funny fact, Goliath was actually killed by Ragnarok, who was a clone of Thor in the comic book series of Civil War.
So Ragnarok is actually a character, not a...
Well, Ragnarok was a storyline. Yes, Ragnarok was a storyline, but they also took the name Ragnarok and put it to a clone of Thor that was made during Civil War, and which actually was when Ragnarok killed Goliath in Civil War. It kind of turned the tides and made Spider-Man change over to Captain America's side instead of Iron Man's side. But I digress.
Mind blowing.
Right. And we're also getting introduced to the quantum realm.
Yeah.
Which is going to be supposedly a big part of Avengers 4.
Supposedly, I think we're going to find out some more about that. Yeah. I think we will.
So let me run this by you. What if they're in the quantum realm And what if everyone that died in Infinity War really is just trapped in the Soul Stone? Do you think that
That
since the
theory's been out there, yes.
do you think that since the quantum realm is technically another reality, the Soul Stone is another reality, do you think that maybe Doctor Strange would be able to use his mystic abilities within the soul world to be able to communicate to Scott Lang in the quantum realm, which may help?
There's no reason to say that if these characters do exist in another realm, that they can't or don't have the same power they have in the universe that we know them in. So I could actually say anything is possible.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, why not?
Well, I think the introduction of the quantum realm and the different realities is going to play a big factor in the.
It's got something to do with the next Avengers movie.
Exactly.
So let's say it like look at it like that. And we both talked about having that the supposed post-credit scene.
Yeah.
One of them is the ant playing the drums.
Uh-huh.
And the other one that we talked, I saw someplace online. I have no idea if this is true or not. I just read it. That they're all together at the end of the movie. All four of the characters that we're just talking about. Hank Pym, Janet, Hope, and Scott, and the three of them. Like you said, it ties into the end of Infinity War. They all disappear except for Scott. If that does happen, even though I already saw it online, I don't care. I think that's cool as hell.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's a direct tie-in to the next Avengers movie.
Yeah.
And even probably Captain Marvel in a way. So I'm not happy. I mean, I don't care that I read it. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, no.
If it is what happened, it's sweet.
And I honestly hope that that my theory of Cassie, Scott's daughter, disappearing in his arms happens at least sometime, because I think that emotional through line is just seeing that and being a father myself, if that actually happened, like the emotional torment that would have on a person is just astounding. It would just give another layer to the onion that is Ant-Man,
Well, it'd be definitely something to pull on the heartstrings. You kind of get Scott into the next chapter of the Avengers.
Well, let me
gives you that personal connection of what the hell just happened.
Well, speaking of the father-daughter relationship, it's interesting that the Bill Foster character, Lawrence Fishburne, kind of dropped a bomb on everybody in an interview that he was doing at a press junket for Ant-Man and the Wasp, and he said, John Hannah Carey, or Jonah Henning, the girl that plays Ghost, is actually his daughter. So you have Hank Pym and Hope, you have Scott and Cassie, and now you have Bill Foster and Ava Foster in the movie. So like I said, I don't know if it's true or not. It was just something that he put out there. Maybe there's a different relationship that kind of develops in the film, but whatever. But it's interesting to know that every single main character in the film has the father-daughter relationship struggle going on.
I think it'd be better, or even cooler, that he's actually Jane Foster's father. Take that one.
Oh my gosh, dude. Mind blown. I didn't even think about that. How you like them apples?
Yeah, so I mean, how sweet would that be? And they were, I did read things that Natalie Portman said she would return the role of Jane Foster if, the situation was the right situation. And, they just kind of wrote her out of the damn story. They gave her some quick one-off thing in Ultron about she's up in,
she's in some observatory in Alaska. I don't even know where she is.
Yeah, and that's it. And unfortunately, I don't think she was really that good. I like the first one. The second one was stupid.
Well, the second Thor movie was just it wasn't good. I mean,
It's definitely the worst of the Marvel. No, I wouldn't say it's the worst.
Nah, I think that one and Iron Man 2
Iron Man 2 is pretty shit.
are pretty up there.
Anyway, I mean, I don't know, just something to think about, a little food for thought. Get the juices flowing.
Well, how about here's some more food for thought. Let's say that Ghost, we don't know how she gets her powers in the film, but we know that she's working with the Walton Goggins character. I believe his name is Sonny Birch in the film.
Good old Sonny Birch. That's a good southern name.
But I would really like it if her and maybe Bill Foster, a.k.a. Goliath, maybe were in cahoots with like Hammer Industries, like Justin Hammer from Iron Man 2.
Like some kind of tie-in to us.
Or maybe, AIM from Aldrich Killian and Iron Man 3, or even Roxxon, which is now in the Cloak and Dagger series.
So what's Roxxon?
Roxxon's a big oil company, but they're a big part of the comics, and they're tackling that now in like I said, in the Cloak and Dagger series. So it would be a nice, it would be a nice tie-in for any one of those. I mean, like if it happens, great. If it doesn't happen, I'm okay with it too. But I think that it would be a nice through line to be able to connect Ant-Man to earlier MCU films.
I mean, I think of all the characters, well, except Black Panther because he's so new. Ant-Man has been around since 2015.
As a character, right after Age of Ultron came out in 2012. No. Yeah, no. Avengers came out in 2012.
2012 was Avengers.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, it'd be cool to see something tied to him. I mean, I think he deserves it, and I thought Ant-Man was a great movie in the first place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a TV show or anything with Walton Goggins in it?
I've seen a few episodes of Justified.
Yeah.
Which I have to say I enjoyed, but it was like one of those things like South Park. Like, I mean, I never like went out of my way to go watch it, but whenever I watched it, I enjoyed it. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, dude, he's a great actor. Everything I've seen him in, I've liked. Like, even one major thing he's been like Justified. I think he was in the new Tomb Raider film, which I did see. And I enjoyed it. I recommend it. Yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean,
right on. The girl that plays Ghost is in that movie. She
is. What does she do?
I don't know. She was doing one of those like wired Google auto search answer videos on YouTube. And it said John Hannah Carey Tomb Raider, and she's like, "Yes, I was in Tomb Raider," and I was like, "Huh, okay, all right."
Maybe she was in the very beginning when she's boxing.
I couldn't tell you.
The beginning of the movie because there was a bunch of characters. Anyways, yeah, he's in Tomb Raider, which I thought was good. I mean, I'm glad I didn't see the theater yet. I mean, it's fine. I got it for free online. I liked it. Justified, amazing. I love that TV show. I'm pissed it's off the air. He was, Walton Goggins was also in the first Bourne movie.
Was he really?
He was like one of the, he was one of the CIA operatives in Langley, like working with, what's his name? Trying to find Jason Bourne.
What else has he been in? Because
he's one of those guys that pops up and you're like, oh, I gotta know that guy. That crazy hair.
Yeah, right?
Crazy hair guy.
Walter Goggins. What filmography? Because I know I've seen him in stuff. Oh my gosh, dude, he's been in a ton of stuff. Django Unchained.
Yes. He's also in
Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight. That's right.
Yeah. Let's see here. Predators. House of a Thousand Corpses. I remember him from that.
Wow. Speaking of that, Zombie's going to be here in July 11th. I kind of want to go see him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's the same night that Disturbed is here, and Ryan and Kim want to go see Disturbed. I'm kind of torn.
I've heard Zombie is a great show.
He is. I saw him at Ozfest years and years ago.
Was this like really post White Zombie, or like was this like during the height of the Rob Zombie fame?
No, it was during Rob Zombie.
Right.
So I think it was like Dragula just come out.
Oh yeah.
Probably Deluxe.
It's a good record.
It was a great show. Yeah, I can't remember if I saw him at Ozfest or he may have been with Korn when I almost got trampled to death at the Palace.
What?
Yeah, me and Bully. I think we went and saw Korn. I was positive. We saw Korn at the Palace, and like I think the show was over. We were leaving into the concourse, and people started like bull rushing down the concourse, and people were getting trampled.
Whoa!
Me and Bully.
Yeah.
Bully's pretty big, and we're pushing people out of the way because girls are falling down. We're helping them get back up.
Yeah.
I mean, it got scary there for a couple minutes because you don't really know what's going to happen.
Oh no, not at all. I mean, jeez.
Sort of thing, so. Yeah, I think that was Korn. It could have been Rob Zombie. It's been so long now, I'm not really sure.
I wouldn't mind seeing Korn too. That'd be a good band to see.
Mm-hmm. Recommend that too.
Add
it to one of the 47 shows I've seen.
Are you ever not going to fall for that?
Fair enough. Enough.
How do you not see that one coming a mile away? That's funny.
You know what? There's this guy named Lou Gehrig. Died of Lou Gehrig's disease. How the hell you not see that one coming, huh? We used to tell him, Lou, there's a disease with your name written all over it, pal.
All over.
There's no Babe Ruth disease, I'll tell you that much. Here's a hot dog and a Hummer. Have it on me.
Honestly, man, that first No Cure for Cancer
was awesome.
Priceless. It's just classic.
Yeah.
Classic. Even Lock and Loaded was funny, but I liked it. First one better.
I went to bed last night listening to Joe Rogan's Triggered on Netflix again.
You watch him on is he funny?
Dude, he's hilarious.
I really find him that funny. He's kind of an asshole.
Oh no, he's I am a huge Joe Rogan fan.
Big fan of the Rogan, huh?
I am a very big fan of the Rogan. His podcasts are riveting. Every single, it doesn't matter who he has on. I mean, it's just like the conversation is great. He always has great stories, great anecdotes, and very he has intelligent opinions. He's not just opinionated, but he actually has reasons for his opinions, and he can explain them very well. There he is.
Even David likes it.
I was waiting for you to play that.
Well, you just can't. You gotta drop in. I gotta get it eventually, and who knows when I'll get a chance, and
Fair enough.
Dude, I started watching a TV show on Netflix called The Staircase.
The Staircase?
Yes.
I have not heard of this.
Recommended me by a mutual friend at the sports venue.
Huh.
Dude, it's riveting. Huh?
Well, what's it about?
It's about some guy and his family. And
he's got a staircase.
No, his wife ends up falling down the stairs and dying.
God.
Okay. And it goes to trial. During the trial, it comes out that he's bisexual. He was previously married back, in the 80s at some time. And he had another wife, or another person he was married to or involved with, die by falling down the stairs.
What?
Yes.
It's a show?
Yes.
They made 13 episodes out of this.
This is the bizarre thing to me, because it's filmed like a documentary. It looks like during the trial process, so they have interviews with the lawyers and the family and everything.
Uh-huh.
They're filming it like real world style.
Interesting.
There's a camera crew following everyone around at all times.
Weird.
To tape it. And this happened back in the early 2000s. So now it's this TV show on Netflix. It's called The Staircase, and I think right now it's 13 episodes long. I think I'm on episode 5 or 6 or something. But
interesting.
It's riveting. And this guy is just... It's hard to... I mean, it kind of makes him look like he did it, right? I don't know what happened in the trial.
Anybody that we know in it?
No, why would we know it?
No, I mean like actor wise.
No, that's what I'm telling you.
Oh,
It's filmed like a documentary. Like they actually had a film crew going around filming the real people.
that's fucked up.
Unless I'm not gonna Google it because now I'm confused. Unless they filmed it in such a way that it just portrays everyone like a documentary style.
Uh-huh.
True crime documentaries on Netflix. The series has consumed the director's life for the last 15 years. He first debuted the series in 2004 with 8 episodes that posted followed Peterson, his family, and defense team as he prepared for and went through the murder trial. So this is all like the real people, the kids, the defense lawyers, the cops. It's fucking bizarre,
Interesting.
It's a good look into the psyche of the victim's family, the defendant's family, because it's the same people.
Uh-huh.
The defense team, they're going through all these different things, and how do I even explain it? The defense team is convinced this guy is innocent.
Okay.
I mean, they've got all the experts lined up, some of the best forensic people in the world, saying there's no way these injuries were caused by, blunt force object, the blood spatter as he showed us, blah, blah, blah. So, everyone's convinced he didn't do it. His family, every single one of his family, his sons and daughters,
Uh-huh.
they're all convinced he did not do this, except for the one who was the natural daughter of the wife.
Okay.
The other ones are all adopted since very young. So it's fucking it's awesome. Kelly Kirk said, "Don't start watching it because you're not gonna want to stop," and she was absolutely right.
Right on. How many episodes?
Right now there's 13.
Right on.
He told me 10. There's 13 with an optional 14th one.
Right on.
I think it just says option 14. So, anyways, another show you gotta watch. That
Right on.
Evil Genius, man. You gotta get on it.
Yeah, I do
Plus
need it.
Plus, you gotta finish Game of Thrones.
I do. I'm almost finished with season 5. So.
Here's what. Let me sum up Infinity War for you. He gets the stones. Metallica plays I Disappear, right? That's what happens. Cliff Notes version.
I like it. James Hetfield approves.
I mean, if Tony Stark had half a brain, he'd just get fucking Thanos a goddamn lazy boy chair, and the story would be over.
Oh, apparently. Oh, yeah. Who knows?
Apparently, Doctor Strange didn't see that situation, did he?
Oh my God. Do you watch the series His He on YouTube? You ever seen it?
Is he? No. What is that?
It's How It Should Have Ended. And it's a guy who does like cartoons of.
I'm sure they just tore apart Last Jedi.
Oh my God. Yes, they did. But like they just released the Infinity War one, and like the things that he points out are just so blatantly obvious. Like how, like one of the scenarios was like, do you remember how Wong does the sling ring to call Obsidian and ends up cutting off his hand and shutting it on him? He's like, why did you just do that to Thanos? Or like,
because he probably can't do it to Thanos.
Or when Thor's throwing his axe, instead of hitting him in the chest, like it, like
or does he chop off his arm?
Exactly. Or like when Peter Quill is about to hit Thanos, like Doctor Strange should just be like,
right.
Oh, thanks. Oh yeah, that would have been really inconvenient if you would have hit him.
I still don't understand where the hell, when Thanos shows up on Wakanda, Captain America's like, okay, everyone here. And then they all go to fight Thanos. Where the fuck is Thor the whole time? Doesn't he know that Thanos is there? Like, what's he doing?
Dramatic.
He just shows up at the very end after he kills Vision.
No, he was busy destroying all of the Outrider ships.
Oh, whatever. That's bullshit.
Well, that's what he was doing. I mean, I don't think it would take him that long to actually do it.
Come on, Hemsworth.
You're better than this.
Get these writers on board.
You're better than this.